that evening, the Ferret mobile streaks through the streets of Los Angeles towards the downtown sports arena.
It's a good thing Lucy's meeting us at the arena. Hey, turn off the radio, will you? Let's listen to the match so far.
Welcome back to the most anticipated night of the week for fans of Los Gigantes Mexicanos. Friday Night Wrestling, everybody. I'm Alejandro Martinez Gonzalez Garcia.
And I'm Roberto Salazar Esteban Gomez.
You know, Rob, this has been one heck of a night for Muchas Gases.
Right you are, Al. He seems unstoppable. 3 rounds, 3 different contenders, and they all fell victim to the signature gaseous attack.
Right you are, Rob. The Sphinx turbulence in the ring have been overpowering. Once Gaseous gets his opponent's head clenched between those cheeks of steel and launches a whifter, it just knocks the life right out of him.
Correctamundo, Al. The butt yodeling is fierce. In fact, all of Gaseous's previous challengers have yet to regain consciousness.
Several from last week are still in comas at the hospital, barely clinging to life.
Wow, you gotta love this sport.
Right you are, Rob. But there doesn't seem to be anyone willing to take on Gaseous and his legion of barking spiders. If no one steps up, the rest of the match will have to be canceled.
That's right, Al. If a challenger doesn't come forth within the next 5 minutes, the thousands of fans gathered here tonight will get very upset and things could turn ugly.
Step on in, Mr. Dave. We've got to get there in the next 5 minutes. Nothing less than civil unwellness is at stake.
4 minutes later at the downtown sports arena.
Wowie zowie, Mr. Dave. You got here just in time to see the rest of the match canceled. There's no one willing to go up against Muchas Gaseous for the final round, and there's only a minute left. By the way, where's Beaumont?
Oh, he's buying you some licorice whips.
That's so sweet. I love whips.
Whatever.
Look, something's happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a last-minute contender who has stepped up to challenge Muchas Gaseous.
Right you are, Al. Obviously someone who's not intimidated by the cheeks of steel or of spending the rest of his life in a coma.
Right you are, Rob. He's just stepped into the ring.
And in this corner, the challenger, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Crimson Visigoth.
Hey, did you hear that, boss? A Visigoth is challenging you.
I will crush his skull with my cheeks of steel.
Cheeks of steel? There goes all my hard work.
You know, Al, the Crimson Visigoth looks sort of familiar. If I didn't know better, I'd say he was that defender of truth, that champion of justice.
That hero who strikes fear into the hearts of evildoers everywhere?
Right you are, Al.
Except that this guy is the Crimson Visigoth. See, Rob, Ferret is a totally different word than Visigoth.
Right you are, Al. Don't know what I was thinking.
And there's the bell. The match has begun.
Right you are, Al.
Looks like a strong start for Muchas Gaseous. He's got the Crimson Visigoth held aloft by his ankles. Oh! Thrown down to the mat. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, the challenger isn't moving. Gaseous is bending over him, checking for signs of life. This could be a very short match.
Oh, an eye poke from the challenger. Muchas is staggering backwards as the Visigoth leaps to his feet.
He's caught the champion off guard. Oh, that looked like some kind of uvula slam. Muchas didn't see that one coming.
Right you are, Rob. I didn't think a uvula could withstand that sort of abuse. But Gaseous has recovered and is stalking the Crimson Visigoth around the ring.
You know, Al, even from here I can see the muscles of the champion's buttocks clenching and unclenching.
Right you are, Rob. That's usually a sign that the end is near. Muchas lunges at the challenger, who dashes between the champion's legs to avoid his grasp.
Aye!
This challenger is a That's your line.
This challenger is a worthy opponent. That looked like some sort of roundhouse testicle twist.
Right you are, Rob. And the champion is down. Ladies and gentlemen, Muchas Gaseous is on the mat.
Muchas Gaseous seems to have lost consciousness from that testicle twist. What an upset we've seen here tonight, folks. It appears that the Crimson Visigoth is ready to declare victory, and the crowd is demanding the removal of the champion's mask.
Take off his pants! Take off his pants! Right you are, Rob. But wait. It looks as though Muchas Gaseous is regaining consciousness.
Hey, what the?
Visigoth scum! Well, that's a fine how do you do. In a surprising turn of events, Muchas Gaseous has the Visigoth in a Brazilian butt lift, with the challenger's head sandwiched between those cheeks of steel.
Right you are, Rob. It could be all over for the Crimson Visigoth, and after such a promising start. Do something, Beaumont. You've only got a few seconds.
Beaumont? Well, what do you know? The Crimson Ferret is the Crimson Visigoth, and Bo Riley is the Crimson Ferret. And they're all in trouble.
Muchas is tensing his entire body now, ready to deal the final blow.
The body of the challenger has gone completely limp. It's all over, folks.
I can't believe it. Struck down by a southern breeze.
Oh, why didn't he use the cork? Letting loose of the challenger's inert form, Muchas Gases is taking his traditional victory march around the ring.
Right you are, Al, but wait! The challenger is on his feet, confronting the champion.
Not so fast, Pooty Pants. Let's take off that mask and see who you really are.
The Crimson Visigoth has ripped the mask right off of Muchas Gaseous.
Great goats! I never would have thought that.
Oh my! Muchas Gaseous has fled the ring, leaving a trail of broken bodies in his wake. And the Crimson Visigoth is in hot pursuit. Well, this has been an eventful evening after all.
Right you are, Al.
While pandemonium reigns in the sports arena, a freshly kept Bo Riley returns to find a suspicious Lucy and a sarcastic Mr. Dave.
Hi, guys. What did I miss?
Oh, nothing much. Just the smackdown of the century.
Mr. Dave is right, Beaumont. I don't think you missed much at all.
Swell. But I think you guys missed plenty. And how? Come on. We gotta get to the semaphore ASAP.
They've arrived in the archives of the Daily Semaphore. They are confronted by the vigilant night watchman.
Halt! Who goes there? Oh, hi, Mr. Riley. Come on in. Say, you got the usual?
Yeah, here you go, Charlie. Like always.
Oh, peaches. Cheap hooch. Thanks, Mr. Riley. You swell.
I didn't give you peaches, but don't I know it, Charlie? Now go drink yourself into a stupor.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Mr. Riley.
Now, let's see here.
What are you looking for in that filing cabinet, Beaumont?
A piece the semaphore ran a couple of years ago. If my suspicions are correct, aha! Bingo!
What is it, Beaumont?
Hang on to your hats, kids. This is a story about the heights of fame and how it could all come crashing down. Do you remember the name Melville Gibbons?
The movie star?
Ex-movie star.
I loved his action pictures. He practically won the First World War single-handed.
He fell on hard times a while back, didn't he?
More like hard times fell on him. December 27th, 1942. Gibbons had really tied one on and was driving back through Hollywood when he ran his car through the St. Bifidus convent, killing a dozen nuns and orphans.
Big deal. Vic Mignogna did that last year and nobody even noticed.
Right you are, Mr. Dave. That could have been the end of the story, but there's more to it than that.
I remember now. When the police arrived, Gibbons resisted arrest. He started yelling at the officers, calling them filthy Visigoths.
The press got wind of what he said, and it was all over.
But Beaumont, what does this have to do with Muchas Gaseous?
I'm afraid it's all too common story, Lucy. Once famous Hollywood movie star becomes flatulent Mexican wrestler.
Melville Gibbons? Is Muchas Gaseous?
Take a look at this picture from the old semaphore story. That's the man I saw at the sports arena after the Crimson Visigoth tore Muchas Gaseous' mask off.
I see.
Yes. Gibbons' career was over that night. He even made that movie about Mexico, but nobody went to see it. He lost everything and couldn't afford to eat anything but beans.
That explains the flatulence. But why pursue Visigoths?
He blamed. Yes. He blames them for his circumstances. Visigoths have always been an easy target ever since they came to Southern California after the fall of the Roman Empire.
So Melville had immersed himself so completely in his Mexican role that when he lost his mind, he stayed Mexican?
Right you are, Mr. Dave. Or should I say, see. And that's why I know he'll strike again tonight.